Hey guys, welcome to the Bows. Today I'll be talking about the results of this past weekend's fight night main event between Derek Brunson and Darren Till. So Derek Brunson won via rear naked choke in the third round, and he was pretty much dominating the fight up until that point. He got tagged with a few shots, I believe, in the third round, but even when he was hurt, or he didn't say he was that hurt, but I think he was hurt a little bit from getting punched, he was still able to secure the takedown and then get the choke. So I was wrong about this one. I thought Darren Till would be able to stand up and nullify the takedowns of Derek Brunson. I thought Derek Brunson would be able to secure the takedowns, but I thought Darren Till wouldn't be so easily held down, but that wasn't the case. Derek Brunson's top pressure was very good, and he was very effective at landing ground and pound the entire fight. I think Darren Till did all he could. I just think he doesn't have the skill set to nullify Derek Brunson's wrestling enough. I think if he works on that, things could be a lot better, but it's going to take a lot of time to develop their wrestling. And Bisping was saying this while he was commentating. The one thing that they're lacking in Great Britain is that background in wrestling. They don't really have that in that part of the world as much. They have it in Eastern Europe and, of course, Russia and, of course, the United States. But in Britain specifically, there isn't a big push or a big culture in the martial arts world or the combat sports world when it comes to wrestling. From what it sounded like, what Bisping was saying is that they don't have like high school wrestling and stuff like that, and then a high level collegiate wrestling thing going on there in the UK. So Darren Till doesn't have that background. But on to Derek Brunson. So I've been wrong when it comes to picking his fights now for the past 3 fights. I thought Shabazian was going to have striking that was too much to handle, and I thought Kevin Holland would be too athletic, too creative, and too good of a striker as well. That wasn't the case, and I thought Darren Till was going to have the striking abilities to beat Derek Brunson on the feet, which the striking is a lot better than Derek Brunson's, but I thought he'd be able to nullify Derek's attempts to get the fight to the ground, but he wasn't able to do that. It's very interesting to see these fighters who are older now, Derek Brunson being 37, and still having a lot of success and proving all the doubters wrong. He proved me wrong the past 3 fights in a row with it when it comes to his fights. So it's very interesting to see where he goes from here. I think he should move up in the rankings. If you look at it stylistically, I think he could beat a lot of guys that are ranked above him. I think the Paulo Costa fight's an interesting fight. Again, though, a lot bigger, stronger guy than Darren Till. And same thing with Jared Cannonier, a lot bigger, stronger guy who had fantastic takedown defense against Kelvin Gastelum. So maybe those are rougher matchups for him, but who knows? But I think the Marvin Vettori matchup is actually a good matchup for Derek Brunson where he could do well. But that's a really good fight, Marvin Vettori versus Derek Brunson. That's the one I'm interested in to see what would happen with that. I know Marvin Vettori is probably going to be fighting Paulo Costa next, though. But did Derek Brunson earn a title shot? Honestly, I think he kind of did. He's been beating a lot of guys that nobody really thinks he could beat. And he's beating up all these up-and-comers who are supposed to be the next big thing. And he keeps shutting them down and winning in dominant fashion. His past 3 fights have been so dominant over guys that were highly respected and highly looked after as big up-and-comers to challenge Israel Adesanya. Cannonier just beat Gastelum in a very good performance, but given that Brunson's on a 4-fight win streak, I think he deserves a little bit more. And it'll be interesting to see where he places in the rankings now. So I actually think Derek Brunson should be next after Whitaker and Adesanya rematch. Cannonier looked great, but it was just the 1 win in a row. I think you need a little bit more than 1 win in a row to earn a title shot, in my opinion. But when it comes to Darren Till, where does Darren Till go from here now? Does he go back down to 170? I know Brunson was saying maybe he goes back down there. But the problem with that is that Till has a very big frame. He's got a middleweight frame, but he's got the muscle mass of someone who's not a middleweight. Middleweights are huge with a lot of muscle. These are big guys that are cutting down from like 220 pounds. So these are really big guys, maybe even heavier, some of them up to 230 maybe even. So these are really big guys. He just isn't like a big muscular guy in that sense. He's strong, but not like a Cannonier type of strong. Like he's strong, but not super, super strong. But it's not probably as much a issue of strength when it comes to him at 185. It's probably more him just not having the wrestling background and the ability to stop the takedowns. He doesn't have that ability. That's the main thing. So if he could take off for a little while, maybe a year or so, and really work on his wrestling, wherever that may be, to improve his ground game, and just in general his ground game, that would be very helpful, I think. And that's, I think, the path that he wants to go towards. All right, guys, that's all I got today. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this fight and the results of this fight. Do you think Derek Brunson is next to fight for the title after Adesanya and Robert Whittaker have their rematch? Let me know. Where does Darren Till go from here? Does he go down to 170? Does he take some time off and stay at 185? Let me know. All right, till next time, peace.